Hello, everybody. Welcome to Heart Breathings. This is going to be a little bit late. My eyes are tired, but I am determined to get everybody onto the Rough Draft Challenge website. We have been working so hard to create something really easy and simple to use. It is not going to be the like amazing, fully built out website that it might be someday, as long as we keep at it, but it is usable and it is super fun. So thank you to my husband George for creating it for us. And basically, you will be able to log in, create your own login, and use the Rough Draft Challenge website where you'll be able to have your cover, your project, your goal, say what tier you're going for, as well as a graph that will check your progress versus your goal over the course of the month. So, what I'm going to do in this video is walk you through exactly how to use the Rough Draft Challenge website and how to get your challenge set up. We are almost there. The challenge starts tomorrow. So go ahead and get yourself onto the site if you'd like to officially join us. But again, there's absolutely no requirement to join us to be a part of this community. We'll have the Heart Breathings writing community. We'll be doing writing sprints all month. So I will link the community down below. We have over 8,000 members now on our Facebook group. I also have a Discord server that I will link for you down below if you want to come join that instead of Facebook. And we have a Google Calendar that you can sign in and join to get updates on all of the sprints that are going on, because we have sprints going on literally every single day. And in fact, this coming Saturday, to kick off the Double Down Day challenge for November, we have sprints running all day long. I will be live here on Heart Breathings for 2 hours in the evening, but we have sprints going all day long with all of our other admins. So be sure to follow their channels if you want a little bit of body doubling, a little bit of sprints and support throughout the month, but really big kickoff on Saturday for Double Down Day. Okay, so I'm going to take you over to my screen and show you exactly how to sign up, log in, and get everything going for the Rough Draft Challenge. So let's take a look. Hello. Okay, so let me show you how to join the Rough Draft Challenge. So our website is roughdraftchallenge.com. And as I'm recording this, it says not secure because we're waiting for those SSL certificates to come through. And if they don't come through in time and you don't feel comfortable signing up before that has come through, I'll have an alternate link for you, which is the direct link, because we've got this hosted on like Google App Spot. So all that linked down below, or you can just sign up and it will be secure coming soon. Okay, so you've got your banner and then it's going to be very simple. You just sign in with your email. It should look like this. There are a couple links to my website, my YouTube, and so on. So you just come in here to create an account. You just put in whatever email you would like to use. So I'm going to start a whole new one just so you guys can see the process. So I'll sign up here. You put in your first and last name. You can use a pen name if you'd like, and then you just choose a password. So I'm just going to pick a strong password and click save. So now you have your account. The first thing you're going to do is enter your project name. So I'm going to type in A Mirror of Shadows, which is my project. Then you choose a goal. The goal will be any numerical value you want it to be, but it will need to be some kind of unit or numerical value. For a lot of us, it's going to be words, and it can be literally any number of words. So it could be 17,452 if you want it to be, or it can be 50,000, something more even. If you are doing edits, you could choose the number of chapters. Let's say you have 52 chapters that you want to edit. You could just put 52 as your goal. If you had, let's say you have crochet projects and you're going to spend an hour a day, you could put 30 here for 30 hours, or you could do 30 times 60 and put in 1,800 minutes if you want to track your minutes every day. So just take whatever your project is, convert it into some kind of numerical unit, and then put that as your goal. So I'm going to say my goal is 40,000 words. Let's just say it's 40,000. Then down here under tier, you've got a drop down. So you click on it and it's going to give you the options of the Rough Draft Challenge, which is Emerald, 10,000 words, Sapphire at 25,000, Ruby at 50,000, and Amethyst at 100,000 plus. Now, because I'm doing 40,000, that is really not quite to Ruby. So it's in the Sapphire zone. I could make a choice. I can say Sapphire here and go for 25K, but know that my actual goal is 40K. Or I could choose the diamond challenge and just say that 40,000 is a unique goal and I feel better about the diamond challenge. It's totally up to you and what feels right. So I'm just going to put in the diamond challenge. Then you will need an image URL. So to make this as easy and quick as possible, my husband George designed this for us. And one of the things that he did was just make it to where we don't have to host a bunch of images and then there could be problems or hosting fees or other things like that. So you will need to find a place to host your book cover. Now, it is pretty easy. And in my most recent video, I showed you how you can make a mock book cover inside of Canva if you'd like to do that. You don't need a book cover if you don't want to have a book cover there. But if you want to use a book cover, then you can find a place to host it. So I'm going to give you 3 examples. If you have a website of your own, you can simply go to media on your WordPress website and click add new media file and upload your book cover. When you do that, you'll get a file URL and you can simply copy that URL to your clipboard. Another option would be to use something like Dropbox. So when you are using Dropbox, which is free, you can sign up for a free account, you would just click upload file, and then you would pick that cover art and it's going to upload into your Dropbox. Once you have that, you can click on the image. And what I want you to do is not click the share or the link because that actually won't work. You just need to take the image and right click on it and click copy image address. That's what you want. And then you'll paste that into your image URL. Another option is to use imagebb.com. So you would click start upload, choose your image. You can have it auto delete after a month or whatever you want it to do. Or you can just say don't delete, click upload. And again, it's going to, in a moment, give you an upload to your image. So once you have that image, instead of grabbing the link that it tells you is the share link, you'll want to go to the image itself, right click and choose copy image address. Now, if you're on a Mac, I have no idea what the equivalent of a right click is. So somebody's going to have to Google that because I'm just not used to Mac. But you would just take that copy and click it and put it into the image URL. Now, one thing I have done for you, if you don't have a cover option, is I have given you a few options for Sapphire, Emerald, Ruby, and all the different challenges that you can use as a cover that is hosted on my website. So those links that you'll need to use for those like placeholder images or covers are in the description down below. So feel free to use those. Then you just click Save Project. Now, this is our main view. So you've got your cover over here. And if the cover is not showing up, then you don't have it in a proper place where it's being hosted. So for example, I tested Google Photos, I tested Flickr, and none of those places were working to get the actual image hosted address. So you might have to try and play around a little bit. We're not going to be able to offer you support on this. If you can't figure it out with your preferred image host, then either use one of the ones that I have or use one of the sites that I just recommended. So it should list your project. It's going to list your goal with a little gemstone here for the proper tier that you chose, along with your current goal, which you can edit later. Then it's going to have your progress, which on November 1st will start at 0. Then it's also going to tell you how much you have remaining so far in your project. And it's going to do a little bit of math for you and tell you that as of now, with 30 days remaining at 40,000 word goal, you need to get 1333 a day or whatever the math is for your project. There's also a little progress bar here that will go up by percentage based on your goal. And then that's all we have so far. But here you have a drop-down box that is populated with all the dates of November. So what you'll want to do is click November 1st, and then total completed is going to be each day the total in your manuscript, not the total for today, but your total so far in the challenge. So if you're on day 3 and you wrote 150 words today, but your total words for the month is 1,650, you would put in 1,650 because we want the total completed number. So let's say we're November 1st, yay, and we wrote 1,652 words on day 1. You put in your total completed for the day and you put your progress in, and it's going to populate with some numbers. So you'll have your progress here, how much you have remaining, and then how much you need per day based on which day was the most recent update, which is the first. Then you'll have a progress bar. So I'm 5% in. And then down here, it will populate for you a graph. So on the left axis, you have this 40,000 words or whatever your goal is. And then on the bottom axis, you have the number of days in the month. So if we decide to do this for January, for example, it will repopulate with those dates and it will give you 31 days instead. So this way we can do the Rough Draft Challenge many, many times. Now at this time, for simplicity and quickness, we did not have a chance to make it where you can set up multiple projects. So if you have multiple projects that you're working on, you have 2 options. Either one, you can combine them into one goal. So if you had like 12,000 in one and 12,000 in another, you just make your goal 24,000 and call it a day. Or if you have 2 separate email addresses, you can create 2 different logins. Either way, there's just no way right now for us to give you the option to do 2 projects. However, this is our first year, our first iteration. We're going to continue to make it better based on your feedback, but just hang in there for now. So down here in the graph, your progress so far will be in red and your goal for each day will be in black. So if you hover over these little dots, it's going to tell you what your goal should be. So by day 5 for my 40,000 word goal, I need to be at 6,667 words. By day 23, I would need to be at 30,667 and so on. So you can always see, just like we had seen on other websites, how your goal is going and where you are in relation to that graph. So let's fill in a couple more. So when you're ready to update another day, let's say it's November 2nd, and I'm going to put in the second. I'm not going to put in how much I wrote today. I'm going to put in how much I wrote total. So if I wrote 1652 yesterday and now I've written, 14, I can't do math very well, but let's say I checked my total document and now I've written 3,000 words. I'm going to put 3,000 in here and save my progress. And that is going to tell me my progress so far in the whole challenge is 3,000. I need 3,700 left or 1,321 a day. I'm at 8%. And now you can see this has updated my progress down here. Now, if you accidentally forgot and you put in 300 words instead of 3,000, or you made a mistake, when you save that progress, it's actually going to kind of delete your progress from yesterday. It's going to say, well, you were at 1,600 total yesterday, but today you're only at 300. So now we're back to only a progress of 300, which is not what we really want. So what do you do to change that? All you do is click update, go back out to the date, November 2nd, and you put in your actual word count, and that will fix it. So that's one possible issue that we might come across. You just re-update it with the correct numbers. But what happens if you accidentally, so this like remaining per day and all of that is based on how many days you've put in so far. So if you update it with the second, then it's going to think you've got 28 days remaining. If you accidentally, instead of putting in the second, put in November 20th at 3,000 words, then here's what it's going to do. It's going to say that you have to get 3,700 a day, and it's going to have brought your graph all the way out to the 20th. Oh no, what do I do? Because you can't come in and update that and say that I wrote 0 words that day, or it's going to say you've written 0 words the whole challenge. So what you actually need to do is go in and say 0 for the day that you accidentally updated. So I put in the 20th. I didn't mean to. That's not my proper word count. I'm going to come in here and put 0 as my total and click save progress. And that's actually going to delete that entry. So if you have questions about it, let me know. But I'm going to go over it one more time because it's going to be really difficult to answer 1,000 questions about the website. And so just please only reach out if you can't figure it out or no one in the community can help you figure it out because it's just going to be difficult to manage daily vlogs and my writing and my kids and all of it. So let me go over that just one more time. Every day you come in here to update, you click the date that you're on. Let's say we're on the 4th, and you put the total completed so far in your project. Not your total completed today, but total completed for the entire month so far. So let's say we're at 5234 for the month on the 4th. Click Save Progress, and it's going to properly give you the math for as if you were on day 4, because that's the most recent day that we've updated. You're also going to be able to see down here if you're on track or not on track. But let's say we're coming in to do the 5th, but we're in a hurry and we put the 15th and we say that we're at 6544 for the 15th. And we come in and we're like, oh no, I accidentally put it on the 15th and I meant to put it on the 5th. The only way to update that right now, just for simplicity's sake, is to go back and you can see which date it was by hovering over it. And you say, oops, I accidentally put in the 15th and I didn't mean to. So you click update, you locate the 15th on your dates and change it to a 0. When you do that, it will delete that false entry on the 15th, and it will now let you go in, click update, and go back to the 5th, which is what you wanted, and put in 6544. Now it's going to give you your estimate based on if you're at this number on day 5. Hopefully that is super easy to understand. If you want to edit your project because you are like, oh, I want to change my image, or you know what, there's no way I'm going to hit 40,000. So let me go in and change this. You just come down to the very bottom underneath your graph and click edit. And it's going to give you those same options that you had at the very beginning. So let's say we're like, okay, no way I'm going to hit that. So I'm going to change my goal to 25,000 and I'm going to go down and change this to Sapphire. Click save, and it's going to recalculate all that math based on the progress you have so far with your new goal. Pretty simple, pretty easy. When I was working on this with George, I broke the site multiple times, got some errors. So if you run into some errors, you can definitely reach out, Sarah at heartbreathings.com. My main thing is just only reach out if it's not something that the community can help you answer. Like you've gotten an error, you can't access your account anymore, that kind of thing. But if it's simple as I put in the wrong date, hopefully you can come back and revisit this or ask in the community Facebook group and people can help you. So that is the Rough Draft Challenge website. I hope you love it. It's super simple. It's super easy. And hopefully we will be able to use this and continue to build on it for many years to come. Okay, that's it, you guys. I hope that you love it. I know this is a little bit imperfect, but hey, I just released a book. So I have been in book release land for a while. George has been working really hard to get this usable for all of you and make it as user friendly and minimalist as possible. But we know there's probably going to be a few hiccups. So if you run into an error, just be patient. Email us, Sarah at heartbreathings.com, and we will do everything we can to make sure that it's working. I really want this to be more of a source of resource, community, excitement, and not an extra source of stress for me. So again, don't reach out unless you have a problem that the community can't help you fix. Or if the website goes down or something like that, I promise that I will post updates in the community tab here on YouTube. Also, if you want first access to all of my vlogs, all of the resources and everything else that's going on, make sure that you are signed up for my newsletter list. I will also have a link for that down below as well. And again, if you can't figure out how to host your own image or you don't have a book cover and you really don't want to make one, I have created a set of images for you, one for each tier. So there's an amethyst image, a sapphire image, a ruby image, and all of the ones that you would need. So feel free to use those. I will have the URLs for you down below. And all you have to do is copy that URL, put it into the Rough Draft Challenge website, and that custom made little placeholder challenge book cover will show up in your little dashboard there. So hopefully we've thought of everything. It's going to be great. So I will be starting daily vlogs on November 1st. And I'll be posting every day after the date. So I'll record on the 1st. My first vlog will go up on November 2nd. Rough Draft Diaries. Here we go. Who's ready? Let me know in the comments if you've joined. And I have another last minute prep video that just went up live here on YouTube. So go check that out. Make sure you're subscribed. Let's get some writing done, you guys. I have to say, I just had a book release on Friday also. So if you would like to support me and all that we're doing here, free for the community, one of the best ways that you can pay it forward to me is to go and grab The Disappearance of Vanessa Shaw, which I will have linked for you down below as well. Thank you to everyone who's already purchased, who has left a good review. This has been such an amazing week. I am exhausted to the max, but I am feeling happier about my writing and this journey than I have in a long time. And it was definitely worth putting the amount of time that I put into it. And I'm just excited to support you as we move forward to everybody getting that feeling of launching a book that you wrote or whatever project you happen to be working on. So let's support each other. Let's have an amazing month. And now I'm going to go finish watching the World Series and take a little bit of a break for the evening. So I can't believe it. We start tomorrow. All right. Love you guys. See you next time.